Ow.
Hello, everybody. Can I tell you about something awesome that I have?
I'm
Kristen,
so ready.
Give me that other thing. Give me Salacious Crumb. All right. So.
You just have like a manservant back there.
That's
Manservant,
Kristen.
bring me the thing.
Yes.
It's a woman servant.
Kristen,
She's a woman
Kristen's like
servant,
a
but she's not a
manservant.
manservant.
Yeah, she's like a manservant.
Woman servant.
But anyway, so
manservant.
on our desks, we have little tiki mugs. And on my desk is this.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty awesome.
On her desk is this. It describes our relationship perfectly.
Wait, what is that?
This is Salacious Crumb, and this is Jabba.
Is Salacious Crumb like the goblin from that Gremlins movie?
No, Salacious Crumb is the guy who sits next to Jabba and goes,
oh, that guy. Yeah, I know who that is.
And then this Jabba, just look at that, like,
he looks way too happy.
That's why I got him. He's so great looking. I want to take a photo of this and just respond to every tweet I ever get with just.
Look on that face. I don't know. I don't know what kind of emotion is happening.
The emotion of Jab-attitude.
Getting down with the sickness, man.
Yeah. All right.
Shall we continue?
I'm about Blink 182.
No. We're done with Blink 182. Oh God.
Oh wait, did they make that one song where they're at an amusement park? Did they make that amusement park song, or is that the other people?
It was the other people. It wasn't Blink 182 at all.
They were like in an amusement park and the slide, or they went to like a water park or some shit in a music video.
Oh, I don't know. I never really watched music videos that much.
I didn't either, but this was like 2001 or some shit.
And hyperspace is happening.
And hyperspace lasts a considerable amount of time. So while there can be talking happening before we just are instantly there, well, that talking can happen in character. So does 420 happen to know? You know, I'm not gonna ask that question.
No. What? Don't feed Krendor opportunities.
Yeah, I'm not gonna feed it. So hyperspace. Do you guys chat at all with Warbow, who just went through that experience?
Mainly because I don't necessarily want to be pushing a recently freed from slavery Wookiees buttons. As I'm walking away from saying, "Don't worry, there's always time for revenge," you see me reaching in my pocket and I pull out like a little container and I kind of just toss it over my shoulder in your general direction. And I don't, if it lands by your feet or if you catch it, it's up to you. But as do you inspect it?
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah. So as you pick it up and you're looking,
drugs?
you're looking at it. You see me kind of like lift my hand and be like, consider it a welcoming gift, and it's some drugs. It's some of your favorite spice.
Warbow looks at you, and then at the drugs in his hand, and he crunches it up.
Ooh!
It,
wow!
And then like, dumps it on the ground, and then gives you like a
and snorts it.
Nope. Because it translates to, bro, I still don't know you.
I thought it was a sprinkle it on your ass and you just snorted off that. You know.
No, I'm like, no.
That's the high life.
No, he crumples it up and drops it on the ground and is like, you know, I don't know who you are. He still doesn't trust you. We literally just met. I don't know you, dude.
You as you say that, Kander continues to walk, kind of shrugs his shoulders, and is like, "We have plenty of time to learn about one another, Warbow. Don't worry about it." And you see me just kind of walk down and take like a turn into what I assume is my room.
Warbow grips like a disgruntled like turn around.
Okay, so now
Wait, are you leaving, Kander?
George going into my room. I'm like limping into my room.
I'm gonna be like, Doc is gonna. She's like still finishing like the final touches on fixing up 420, and she sees you out of the corner of the eye, like leaving, and she's like, Kander, wait a moment.
He'll stop, like lean like on his wall, like in pain, like out of like exhaustion.
I'm gonna go over to him and. Holy shit!
What?
Wait, what were you rolling? What?
I was gonna heal him.
Oh, that was not reset. That was very much upgraded for Warbow. Holy crap! Okay. Heal check is normally what, a 2, Maggie?
Yeah, 2S.
Okay. So now, hold on. I believe you're good. I believe you're good to go now. Go ahead. Whoa, that was
What just happened?
that was some seriously broken shit right there.
I mean, that's still some
That's still
amazing
pretty
rolls.
broken.
Yeah,
but-
That's still
even
pretty
so,
broken,
even
honestly.
I'm sorry, but she still rolled 3 triumphs no matter what.
Yeah, 3 triumphs is insane. I was like, what just happened?
I mean, the blues only gave you 1 success and 3 of your. You actually still would have rolled 3 triumphs. That's insane. But okay,
How
I'm
much
sorry.
would that heal me?
That's gonna heal you 2, 4, 5.
5? Okay, cool. Thank you.
And it eliminates strain.
Okay.
She eliminates some of your strain as well. But
So, you know, you're patching me up. Basically, I imagine, like, as you, like, hold up, I kind of just gesture for you to just come into my room as I, like, sit at the edge of the bed, like, hunched over. Like, I'm not going to be, I can't, it's hard for me to stand.
Okay.
But I thank you as you do that, and I kind of just gesture. I'm like, I'm gonna nap. Keep an eye
How
on.
many times can I do this?
the medicine check I think is once between like combats. You know what I mean? Like after each combat, you can do it once.
Okay, so I have to wait a while before I can do it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you don't have to worry about it anyways because he's going to be able to heal. So you just kind of like enter long-term cure now because now it's going to be like a week or so.
I roleplay healed you.
Yeah. So like, as you're leaving, I like kind of raise my hand. I'm like, just keep an eye on Warbow, and if the Jawa does anything, shoot it. And he like turns over.
And before I close the door, I'm like, do you think it's wise to be giving him more spice?
It was a welcoming gift. He didn't want it.
I just slide the door, close
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah,
hit
like-
the button.
I like curl up and just like as the door closes, I'm just like,
So does anybody like sweep up the illegal materials on the floor, or do we just leave it there? Because you guys are going to like one of the most lawful
I'll sweep
planets
it
in the
up.
galaxy. I mean, that is the appropriate person. You are just a robot, so
Yeah, I find it. I sweep it up.
so
I'm like, ah, and then I start sweeping it up.
do robots even have what's considered like second class citizenship in this? They're not even. They're just straight property.
they're
right?
like, yeah, they're property.
yeah.
Yeah, like people don't even.
I know they're
talk-
droids. I'm just
know?
calling him a robot.
Yeah.
He's just a robot. Yeah, he's just property. He's not even considered because I know sometimes like because they can be like bounty hunters and stuff like that, which means that they have to have some sort of status.
It's disgusting objectification.
But yeah, no, it's like it's one of those funny things where, yeah, it's as the mood fits. All right, so you guys are finishing your way through space, through the hyperspace, making your way across the hyperlane over to Nahaska, Haska,
Whatever.
Yeah.
That.
No, I can't pronounce it. And when finally you get there, you are coming into orbit. Now, you know where it is that is usually generally safe place for you to land the ship. So, Kander, you can just kind of like direct 420 to do so. And so 420 goes and tries to land it. Should we have another check where 420 tries to decide if he wants to go to a nice militant looking place?
No,
I love tracking.
I will guide him the whole way.
What?
As,
perfectly-
as you're starting to scan, I imagine Kandor kind of reaches over and is like, no, we're going over there. And either saying what or whatever, Kandor just kind of says, tales of your escapades follow you, 420 is the reason I wanted you. And I guide him.
Okay. He just ignores that, and you just guide him to the landing site. So you guys go and land the ship into it's like a large landing area. There's a whole bunch of ships just kind of put about here and there. There's not like there's any like set crazy order to it. The ships are just kind of like landing in different spots wherever they can find a space that's like big enough for them to do so. As you guys kind of like get your stuff together and start getting off of the ship, you can see that most of the crew is leaving the ship. Actually, I don't even know if. I don't think anybody would stay behind except for maybe the Jawa would stay behind. You haven't seen it.
Yeah, he's been in the cargo area somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah. So the entire crew would kind of get up to leave, but as the crew's kind of going to leave and excited to be like on a planet for a little while instead of just like stuck in a ship for an extended period of time, they are you kind of know that somebody does have to defend the ship because I mean. This place can be safe and it can not be safe depending on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just would dictate some of the NPC crew. How many NPCs do we have?
Let's see. What's the crew? Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Crew. Here we go. Your crew consists of, as a reminder to everybody, your pilot is 420. Your co-pilot is Isala Pervey. What? Grender?
I said that's me.
Yep. Yes, it is. Sorry. I thought you were saying something pertinent. My apologies.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see. The engineer is Dwight Khan. He's the Celestian male. The cargo master is
The Jawa.
And let's see. Their secondary crew. You have R1N0 is your astromech droid, and then you also have Captain Kander, Doc, and Warbow.
So
who,
not much.
if you want to give Warbow a title, you could say like Gunnery Chief.
He can do what
Or
he
Gunner.
wants. He doesn't work for me. He's here in his own will. If he wanted to walk out right now, he could. I just have information on his brother. I'm trying to go rescue him. So, I will tell the Celestin to stay behind and Rhino to stay behind as well, to guard the ship.
Hey, whoa! If I stay behind, I'm not going to be able to get the supplies that I need. We took a couple of hits during that last fight. Not to mention the Astro navigation system. It got fried a bit. I mean, she doesn't exactly have delicate hands working it. Could you do me a favor and roll for me a vigilance check?
A vigilance check?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 successes.
You know he's totally lying to your face. There's nothing he needs to get while he's out there.
Okay, that's fine. So as I'm like, look, I'm feigning interest, just like, and as he finishes his spiel, I'm like, well, it's simple.
Oh,
then.
you did vigilance as combat. That's why you didn't have anything rolled against. Vigilance is a skill, sir.
My bad. Well, it's both.
Just as the skill.
All right, even better. Or that might actually be just a failure. Because Triumph doesn't get wiped out, even if it gets conflicted with
Okay, yeah.
Haven't we had this happen before?
Yeah, 1,000 times with grenades in the air. I think that exact rule is made. Yeah, okay. So you are not able to tell that he is, so you don't know that he's lying to you. I'll allow the rest to dictate itself in a moment. So you don't know that he's lying to you. You're feigning interest, because I'm sure either way it was feigning.
Yeah.
But how do you respond?
So I kind of look around. It's like, well, it's either that or we risk the ship getting torn apart by scavengers.
Torn apart. But I really need to get these supplies,
Listen,
Captain.
Do you enjoy working for me? Do you enjoy having a job? Would you like to be stuck on this planet looking for some backwater work? Because if we leave this place undefended, granted, the Jawa is somewhere on board, and I'm sure he's quite the combat expertise, but if we leave this undefended, and I sure as hell ain't going to ask Warbow to do it because he doesn't work for me, then you risk the ship being torn apart by scavengers. Not that the Hutts aren't, and he kind of like looks around, aren't absolutely honorable creatures, but I'm just saying.
Could you do me a favor? Roll for me a leadership check, please.
Oh, God. No, failure.
Wow,
but
that's
I
fine.
get 2 advantages. There's no failures or successes rolled.
Oh, hold on. You actually were able to pass yourself advantage. So hold on. I'm just going to roll you one more blue die.
Sure.
Because you're able to give yourself a blue die for your next check anyways. And let's see if that does anything for you.
Hey,
and
nothing.
So you don't succeed, but you're more or less trying to convince him that he needs to do this or lose his job. He's like, all right, back to work, I suppose. And he kind of turns around and mopes his way back up into the thing. And the astromech droid continues moving forward. Like
I like put my, as he gets close, like I stick my foot out and put my foot on him. I'm like, no, Rhino, you stay here.
It spins around 2 or 3 times, and then it starts going back up towards the thing. 1 or 2 sparks coming off of it as it goes. So the you guys start making your way into the actual place. So the city that's here, it's, I mean, yeah, sure, it's a denizen of thieves, but it's not like it's absolute chaos there. It's not like gunfights happening inside the streets or anything like that. But you do get the general feel that it's not very safe where you are. Kind of like, yeah, keep your credits close to your chest and just keep an eye open. But overall, like, just don't say anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Don't go wandering off into dark alleys alone, and you probably will be fine. So You're familiar with this area, Candor. You're pretty familiar with it. The other three of you are not familiar with this this city very well. Doc, you may have come through here once or twice in your very recent life, but not something that you're super familiar with. Okay, because you were not with Candor when he spent his time here before. So that all being said, you guys are now in the city making your way around. So you want to go look at anything in particular, or are you heading straight to Geass's place?
So I'm specifically heading to Geass's, but as we kind of get away from the ship, I'll kind of like stop and spin around, maybe taking a few steps backwards as like continuing to walk. And I kind of...
You do still have Asala with you, and that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. So I mostly look to Warbow and 420, and I kind of throw my hands up and like, look, you don't work for me. I don't pay you. I did what I was promised to do, and I'd like you to stay with me, Warbow.
Halfway through your sentence, Warbow walks away.
As I was going to say, you can leave anytime you want.
I just stand there with a blank expression.
I look to 420. 420, again, that's the same thing. You can go with him. You can stick with us. It's your choice. I was told you make choices on your own. You don't really belong to anybody, so whatever you want to do.
I don't belong to anybody.
Correct.
I don't belong to anybody.
So with that, Candor turns around, kind of flashing a look over to Warbow, seeing him walk away, and then just starts heading to Geass's palace.
Doc kind of stands there with her data pad, and like looks back and forth, and then looks at 420. But I would be careful. And then I scurry and follow along with Candor.
Okay. So you guys go follow.
Where does 420 go? Does he follow us, or does he go to Warbow, or does he do his own thing?
Grandor.
I go. Well, I don't want to go with Warbow. He's a Wookiee that I don't like.
You can go back to the ship. You can come with us.
He threw me down the ladder once.
So you're a droid that holds on to grudges.
Well, I don't like being thrown down ladders.
That's understandable.
He just replays that.
Yeah, so I follow. I follow you.
Okay.
Mathis.
Yeah, that works. I can imagine. Yeah, Maggie. He's just got this. He's got that file record, and he just replays it over and over.
As soon as he gets an upgrade where he can like project like a hologram, he's gonna.
You did this to me, Warbow. All right, go ahead, Scott.
Every single solitary time too.
Remember
awesome.
that time you pushed me down the stairs?
So as you guys are making your way through to where it is, is 420 actually? Sorry, is Warbow actually following as well? Or is he just entirely?
No, Warbow left. Warbow left the area.
Okay, we will get back to Warbow shortly. So we're going to follow the other three peoples and where it is that they're going, and you head immediately to Geass's place, Geass's palace, whatever it is that you want to call it. I mean, it's not as incredibly grandiose as some other Hutt's places, but it is still a place to behold. So you make your way there, and there are guards out front. They're the typical, like, what the hell they call Gamorrean guards that are standing out front. And as you kind of approach, they, like, bring to bear their axes, like, coming at you like big dumb creatures that they are. You kind of like just wave them away, and it's like they recognize who you are. You say whatever it is that you do, and they move out of the way, and you're able to make your way in there.
Sure.
You go through the hallways to find your way over to where Geass's place is, and you do go in and find out that there are people hanging around and whatnot, but Geass is not around at the moment.
Do I, asking around, do I know when Geass is to return? Basically looking to make an appointment, I guess.
Yep. Apparently, Geass had to attend to things at Nalhutta for a short period of time, and will be gone for at least a few more rotations, but you don't know exactly.
A few more rotations as in days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Days, sorry. For at least a few more days before he gets back. You are welcome to stay, or you can choose to speak to the one that's like immediately under him.
Was that another Hutt?
No, it is not. It's I actually cannot find right now. I thought I had written down in my notes. It's a race of like lizard people.
Trandoshans?
It's not Trandoshans. It's a race of lizard people that are very commonly work for the Hutts and are extremely loyal to the Hutts. So this happens to be one of those that works as his second in command.
I would honestly, Cantor, rather give it to the, make sure that the message gets there unmuddled. So he will opt to wait.
Okay, so that means you guys are going to have at least a few days to kill between now and then. We don't need to worry about like taking care of every moment of every day. But in the meanwhile, what is it that Warbow is doing while the crew is kind of going in there and spending a few hours figuring that out?
Do you want me to give you the course of the day, like the many days, or do you just want me to give you like immediately what he's doing?
You know what? If you're not going to immediately go back to the crew, go for the days.
So after many days pass, we finally cut back over to Warbow, and Warbow is working on a mushroom farm where and he is hauling a cart of mushrooms, and he is trying to earn money the good old-fashioned way by being a farmer because he's tired of all you people getting him caught up in shit. He's not meant for this. His family is slaves, and he's gonna save them. If he has to get his own ship, he's gonna get his own ship. You see him, and he's like the little tiny Ugnaughts and all sorts of these little guys running around him, sort of like with shrooms. They're like, "Oh, no!" And they're like, and Warbow's like, "Oh," they're throwing him in the cart, and he walks up and down the little shroom farms, and they're like, and they're throwing him in there. Yeah.
I have a feeling
he looks peaceful and serene. He's very happy.
I have a feeling that when Jesse was trying to decide what he was going to do, he actually had like a Wookiee like action figure and a couple of other little Star Wars action figures. He just kind of like acting it out.
Exactly how it went. How dare you? How dare you think otherwise?
So I do have to say though, so while Warbow is doing this and while he is trying to live a clean and good and honest life.
It's his first day on the job. Don't do this. He finally got a job. He was wandering around. He was looking for help wanted signs, and he found one that was like, need big oaf to carry cart. And he was like, I can do that.
Don't
do this.
The Ugnaughts immediately get murdered day one.
Don't do this.
So, one of the things that he notices as he's just going to get like, say, food or supplies from one of the stores is there happens to be a couple of people hanging outside of the store, like just around the corner, and he catches the whiff of a very familiar, very alluring smell as there are a few people around the corner that are smoking spice. But Warbow he's on his new path. He has he's got this honest job that he has to do, and
Warbow smells the spice, and he's immediately lured by it, and he goes up to the men that are out there smoking, and he looks at them. He looks at the spice, and one of the guys offers him spice. Warbow breaks his hand.
okay.
If I have to roll for it, I'll roll for it. Warbow breaks his hand and punches him in the face.
Okay.
And then I want to attack all these guys. I want to attack them all.
Okay, these are commoner minions, so that's going to be very easy for you to do. You're going to make me a brawl check for your breaking of his hands. Do you want to spend a light side point on this?
No, I just want to brawl them.
Farming life, and then he murders.
I am not murdering anyone. Warbow.
I'm just dismembering them. I'm sorry.
Being in prison changed me. In order to get through my own desire to love spice, it's warped me. So now anytime there is spice, the only way I can fight my desire to have it is to beat the shit out of anyone who has spice.
And you're religious now.
I'm super religious. I found Jediism. Yeah. I'm a little Jedish now. A little Jedish.
The Jedi.
And I'm telling you, I break the spice addiction by breaking bodies.
Okay, so you make your attack roll, and you do this.
Yeah. All right. Good job.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
What's that? 6 points of damage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mamma mia.
That is he has no soak, and he has like.
I want to spread out. I don't want to kill them. I just want to spread it out. I want to spread out the damage to the three of them.
Oh, of course. So
I want to beat them. I beat them up.
So
like,
6 damage. They have 3 health each. They are minions, so you can immediately drop 2 of them. You don't have to necessarily kill them. You just drop them.
yeah, I don't want to kill them. I just want to like drop them down.
Yep.
You said you wanted to break the guy's hand.
I broke one of his hands because after that guy, I break his hand, and the spice, like this little spice smoker, like crumples in his hand, and it's like glass. It's like it's shaped like a little bantha, and he's huffing this bantha spice tube, and it breaks in his hand, and blood. He's like, oh god! And then Warbow crushes his hand, and I'm like, oh! And then his friends are like, what are you doing? They come at me, and I just pop one in the face and punch one in the gut, and they go down. And then the guy whose hands broke's like, oh jeez, man.
Wait, can I shoot someone?
You're not.
You're not there. Calm down. Calm down.
Like,
Calm
oh,
down.
you broke my hand,
All right,
man.
just checking.
And then Warbow looks at me. He's like, and he says, tell that to the rest of your spice addict friends too, if I see him on the streets. He turns around and picks up his bag of groceries, which happens to have a baguette in it, because you always have to have a baguette in your bag of groceries. And he carries it back to his little tiny farmhouse. And that's how his first day of work ends.
Okay. I was not aware that your what is it called, obligations switched from drug addict to sociopath with violent tendencies.
I'm still a drug addict, but I'm fighting through my addiction.
Of course.
By making sure that I can't be tempted.
He has a new addiction. It's called beating people up.
But what you did is you beat the people with the drugs, so now the drugs are just laying there free for the taking.
You know what? I'm proud of you for beating your addictions.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat
Literally.
my addictions. Yeah, I'm addicted to it, but I have to now. The only way I can beat my addiction is by beating up people. So that's my character's.
You're literally
current
beating
motivation.
the addiction.
Yeah, but if I ever get back on it, oh God, help you all. It'll be like I will go nuts. I'll be like, like crazy. So that's why I have to do this. I have to do this now.
Okay. So for the most part, the everybody leaves you alone. You get a reputation of not messing with you with drugs. We're gonna flash forward a few days to when it is that Geass is coming back. It actually ends up being not just a few days; it ends up being 8 days that pass before Geass finally makes his way back. And after he finally returns, it's not like he immediately welcomes you into his place with open arms like Kander. Another couple more days pass, so you have quite a bit of time there of work under your belt there, Jesse. So when he finally gets back and he welcomes you in, when you're welcomed in, the whole crew, or at least most of the crew, is on the ship at the point that it happens. There's going to be 3 armed people that obviously work for Geass that come out to greet you.
Okay.
So the thing opens up or whatever, and the first person comes up to you. We'll say it's a Twi'lek, and they're like, Geass says that you owe him.
I nod. I do, and that's why I'm here.
You're come to pay?
I do.
Are you sure?
I am.
I am not satisfied with this.
You're not
Geass.
Geass.
Geass said if you were not here to pay, that I could kill you.
I'm sorry, today's not your lucky day, friend. Maybe next time.
We will see. Geass is in a mood. Come.
Isn't he always? I start walking.
And so you go with. Is anybody going to join with Kander to go meet with Geass?
Sure,
Or
I'll
does
go.
Kander ask for anybody? Oh, geez.
I'll go with.
I'm assuming this guy's gonna remove the guns from me and whatnot.
Do I get a gun?
You have your gun, your large
All right,
rifle.
great. I come
Yeah.
with my gun.
Okay. Maggie, you going as well?
Yeah, I'm probably going in as well.
Is Warbow still staying behind because he's busy working on his shrooms?
Warbow is not even involved with them right now. It's
making sure. Just making sure.
It's day 6, day 5 on the
Day
farm.
10? Day
Well,
10?
no, because I had to get a job first. I was looking for a job first.
That's right. That's right.
And if you want that story, I can give you the whole story about how I want to go find a job, but we don't need it.
No.
So it's day 5 or 6 in the job. I'm friends now with a little guy named Cheezel.
Glorshebek. All right, Cheezel.
No, his name's Cheezel Fleezel. Cheezel Fleezel, and he's a little tiny kind of like a dog creature that is about Ewok size. And whenever he laughs, he goes, yeah, 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 yeah. And he's a good friend of mine, and we work together. And he helps me. He sits in my cart and collects all the mushrooms.
I want to meet Cheezel.
You can't meet Cheezel. He's not part of your story.
I just think it's cute that you found a replacement for Nareem. You missed her so much, you found a replacement for Nareem.
Yeah, absolutely. I found another little dog person, but it's like an even smaller, cuter dog person. Yeah.
Then Nareem, Nareem was kind of busted, so you know. So anyways, you guys are making your way to the thing. You're being guided there. This is Doc 420 and Candor going, nobody else. Three of them being led there. They don't make any conversation. Is Candor the blabbermouth type?
Yes.
Okay. Do you say anything worth noting?
No.
Didn't think so. So you make your way to Geass's place. You go in there, go down to meet up with Geass, and Geass is sitting in his comfortable area, you know, smoking on his wonderful pipe with his own spice, not the low grade crap that you know Warbow used to get involved with. Good stuff.
Of course not.
Of course not. So yeah, doing so, he does have next to him his first in command, which is somebody that acts as his translator when need be. It's again this like lizard race. I couldn't find it. I'll find it in the future. This lizard race that's extremely loyal to the Hutts in general. And so they are there, and there's a few other people around as well. We're not thinking like Jabba the Hutt's palace, where there's like a bunch of people watching this thing happening. Anybody that's around here are direct employees of Geass, not just others that happen to be sitting around and enjoying the culture. Mm-hmm. So that being said, you are there in front of the thing, and as you come walking in, I imagine you speak first because you're a bit of a blabbermouth.
I kind of throw my hand up in like a wave and just be like, Geass, it's been a while. Just go to the translation part, please. Thank you.
but what is it? What is it? Luba nipple pinchy. No.
Luba nipple pinchy.
Scott's internet knowledge is like from 2009.
Listen, I was literally in a long conversation earlier today about like salad fingers and John LaJoie and a lot of other like big like 2009 internet stuff. It was
salad
awesome.
fingers. Salad fingers. I love it when the rusty spoons touch me. Rusty spoons. Yes. I like it when the red water comes out.
And that. So salad fingers. And so he's sitting there, he's saying this thing, and the translator turns to you and is like, Geass says you owe Geass money.
Money, a favor, either one.
You know, the Jawa, sorry, the Jawa, the
lizard.
The thing speaks for a minute. Sorry, the job. Wow. Holy crap.
Geass
Give me a
the
second.
Hutt.
Geass the Hutt. There we go. The Hutt speaks for a minute. So I'm just going to skip him entirely. So as you speak, he has his reaction. Translator says, he sees both as the same.
Then we're on the same page. I've done you a favor, Geass. One that I don't even know if you knew about, but if you did, don't worry. It's taken care of. Consider it done. You're abandoned. Well, not abandoned, he says in quotes. What is that? Base? What was it? A space station? Space station.
Space station. Yep. It's like an old, ancient derelict space station that who knows who created it.
Had slipped from your fingers, it seems, and into the hands of the Empire.
Ooh, you know, it's going like he seems to be having like a bit of a reaction to it. The reason why I have to say that is because this lizard species doesn't have much by way of emotion that they show. They show almost no emotion whatsoever. It's very hard to read them. So you see like a bit of a reaction coming from the Hutt, and then he says, "What do you mean slipped from fingers?"
The Empire had subtly infiltrated and taken over the station.
There is nothing subtle about the Empire.
Usually not anyway. But I have records on my ship of TIE fighters and them chasing us out of there, so I don't speak without evidence.
That evidence can be made up.
I also have a former slave with me who I freed and can give a first-hand account.
Bring us this slave. Bring us this proof.
I'll have to go find him, but I'm sure a Wookiee's not too difficult to find.
Okay.
So if he's like, all right, you can go. I kind of like gesture like a thanks, and I just turn around and I gotta go find Warbow. So I go looking for Warbow.
You go asking around for a long while. Anybody seen a Wookiee? Wookiee? It's like this big, hairy, smells a little. You go looking around, and Wookiees do in fact stand out, especially ones that fight, crime like McGruff there, or whatever that dare dog is. And then you working his mushroom farm, so you find out that he is in fact like farming on the outskirts, like outside of the town a bit, but does stay inside the town, and you're able to go find Warbow.
All right. I imagine I'm approaching as he's in the mushroom farm, kind of tilling away or plucking mushrooms, whatever the hell you do on a mushroom farm.
Plucking mushrooms.
Yeah. And just from a distance, you hear your name shouted.
I am not paying attention because I'm talking with my new friend Cheezel, and all the little
I want to meet Cheezel.
And they're running around, and Cheezel's like, and I'm
It's like the green cheetah. Dude, Cheezel's just the green cheetah.
maybe. And so yeah, we're all talking, and we're picking mushrooms and having a great time. And in the distance, on like a futuristic, but still for some reason old timey kind of plantation porch, is like an old, like white mustache and bearded Twi'lek dressed up in something that Colonel Sanders would wear, and he's drinking a mint julep. It's like a space mint julep, and he's sitting there on the thing. He's like, "Good, I say, good work there." And he's like, "Those mushrooms are looking fabulous today. I say, keep up the good work." And Warbow's like, he's like, "That's my boy."
This is like a scene straight out of Clone Wars. This is like,
that's exactly where I'm taking
This is
this.
the filler episodes that we hate.
yeah.
Yep.
Those awful filler episodes, like, and then you find out, like, oh, this clone got away, and oh man, this is okay.
This is the
right.
pivotal moment where Warbow either retires for life or gets back
Oh
into
my
the
god, I take it back. No. It's not a Twi'lek. It is a decommissioned clone. And he's dressed.
He's old as shit.
Yeah, he's got a white. He's like, "That's all I say. You're doing a fine job there." He's drinking his mint julep, his space mint julep.
A living clone.
Mm-hmm. He's
There
a
you
living
go.
clone.
So it's canon now. There are living clones.
During this time, yes. In fact, on the show Rebels, there's at least one.
All right. Well, I approach eventually as you're chatting away, and I just kind of lean on the old-timey wooden rickety fence that I assume encompasses the mushroom farm.
No, the minute you
course
lean
not.
on it, he was a colonel. He was a colonel in the Galactic Republic. Colonel S. Anders. Colonel Anders is like, "Boy, what are you doing over there on my fence? What are you doing over there, boy?"
This is a new character.
No, this is the guy who runs the thing. You have to get through him to get to me.
God.
Love it.
I gesture over to Warbow, and I'm like, "I'm here to talk with the Wookiee."
Nobody talks to that Wookiee unless he wants to be talked to, boy.
Warbow, I'd like to talk to you. Would you like to talk?
Warbow completely ignores you and continues to work. And the little Ugrat guys are like, they like, they're yelling at you to shut up. In the background, on the farm, are little speakers, and they're all playing like really great space reggae too. So you're ruining the vibe. You're harshing the vibe, dude.
All right. Well, I reach into my coat and I take out like a little data chip that you would install into like a data pad or whatever, and I kind of throw it in your direction. It kind of like lands in the mud or whatever in front of you.
Warbow steps on it and keeps picking up mushrooms.
If you didn't break it, that'll be the location where your brother's enslaved. You can get to me when you're ready. And
Warbow looks at you and like with a furious look, the kind you realize is, hey, I probably should have told him that before I threw it.
I
In the mud. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I probably should have said it right then because Warbow was not listening to you before. So now Warbow looks at you. He reaches back over and picks it up and tries to wipe it off on his fur. And then realizes his fur is muddy. And now he's death glaring you. And meanwhile, on the porch, Colonel Anders is like, "You done messed up mighty fine now, son."
It's got to be a good mention.
I'm walking away. I'm walking away at that point.
And Warbow just gives you this death glare, and she's just like, Warbo's like, and scene.
We'll go on break with that.
Yeah, that was so good.
Fuck, I gotta get through to Warbow, man. It's the only way. Yeah, all right. Good job. Good job.
It's gonna be real hard to do that walking, let me tell you.
We'll be back in a couple minutes. Go grab a drink, whatever you need. We'll be back shortly. Goodbye.